Welcome back, league mates and listeners, to the Pigskin Pals podcast. We have another fun episode this week. This is week 7 of the NFL, and this episode is going to be a draft duel where AJ and I are going to be doing some fun drafts. We're going to do Handcuff Heaven. We are going to be doing the best players with the elite playoff schedules and drafting players that have scarred us in the past and we have some emotional turmoil with. So let's get stuck right into it. All right, so this is the draft duel. How it's going to be going is we have 3 separate different drafts, kind of what we teased in the intro. But for each draft, we are going to both pick 3 players, and then we'll have our listeners and viewers comment down below who we think had the better draft. And these are going to be some fun ones and a little bit of some strategy also. So the first one is Handcuff Heaven. So I'm going to be on that top draft board. AJ will be on the bottom. All flex players for this one. We can do super flex too if you want to do a backup quarterback, but I was thinking running back, wide receiver. They're going to be a lot more valuable for handcuffs. And it's going to be a snake draft. I'm going to go first since I won our most recent DFS battle, and then AJ will have 2 picks back to back, and then I will have the last 2. So my first pick is the 101, David Montgomery. I feel like
holy shit, yeah, that tracks.
He is just a stud of a handcuff. Like, he has standalone value himself, but then if Gibbs gets hurt, you just have one of the best backs that you can possibly have.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely am going a little bit not as good of a player.
Well, go.
But he's good.
Good.
No, I think it's a good handcuff to have and a reasonable one that you can find right now, if that makes sense. Like, Montgomery, you either have him or you don't type of deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a guy who I think could have some value here shortly on a team that runs the ball a fuckload, which is Isaiah Davis. Braylon Allen's out. Breece Hall obviously is the workhorse there. But I think there's some rumblings of a trade. We'll see if that really goes down or not. I do think that he is very much so worth having on your team. He's looked good from the snaps that I've watched, so I think if he gets that call up, he will perform as well. So I like that handcuff a lot. And then I'm going to go with a guy who people like to hate because he was taking work away from a guy for a while. He hasn't been doing it as much, but still a little bit here and there. I'm going to go Tyler Algier. He scored last week, or this past week, and he gets touches every week, so technically a standalone value, not as much as David Montgomery. But if Bijan will go down, you know he's that guy there in the backfield.
I like the Algier pick a lot more than the Isaiah Davis
I
pick.
love Isaiah Davis.
I mean, he doesn't even really get that much. And then there's also going to be Braylon Allen coming back eventually, too, if Breece ever got hurt
He's
or
out for
traded.
like 8 or something weeks, man.
Oh.
He's out for a long time. He might be out for the season.
Didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Oops.
So.
Oopsies. My bad. Yeah, Algier, definitely, I think, one of the better handcuffs that you can have. But I would say, I mean, I'm winning this already. If we were drafting on cuteness, like.
That's true.
My team is crushing you. Isaiah Davis needs to glow up, man. And
don't take
now I am going. Man, there are so many fun names right now. Okay, I'm going to be going with this player. He is on the Broncos. He was drafted highly. He is kind of taking a back seat to J.K. Dobbins right now, but everyone thought he was going to be something when he was coming out. High draft capital in the second round. R.J. Harvey, I believe, is one of the better handcuffs to have in football. We see the work that Dobbins gets and how efficient he is, and I believe that R.J. Harvey would be able to do the same thing. And for my last pick, I am going to be picking the player that has been taking the league by storm recently.
Yeah.
He is
he even a handcuff these days? You know what I mean? What's the term handcuff here? I don't know. This guy's a starting running back.
Handcuff, in my mind, is just the backup running back. I don't know. Maybe if we were doing this last week, he would be more of a handcuff. Yeah. But I mean, 400 yards almost,
Yeah, he's crushing.
multiple
I think you should be
tutties.
picking Chuba here. I don't know.
True. I mean, I can take him off
No,
the
no,
board.
it's
I
fine.
got
It's
another
fine. It's fine.
player that I'd
No, no.
rather talk about.
Okay, if you'd rather talk about him, it's fine. But I think Rico's perfectly okay here.
Okay. Well, then I'm submitting that in. And he adds to my cuteness factor too.
Yeah, that is very true. He definitely does. I'm between a couple here. This is kind of tough because there's a couple guys where I'm like, oh, like the workload could be there, but there's a guy who's getting it right now, but he's also kind of been trash even though he's getting it. I don't know. It's tough to say. I'm gonna go with Tajay Spears.
Wow.
Yeah, he looked. Did you watch any of the Titans game last week?
Wait, did he play?
Yeah, and he looked much better than Tony Pollard. I suspect this could be a guy who starts getting more carries here shortly. He looked pretty solid last week. I would get Tajay Spears in your lineup, not in your lineup, on your team. Not quite in your lineup, if you can. Because I could see him taking over a lot more carries than you'd expect here shortly.
Interesting. I was not aware that my man's was stealing touches from Tony Pollard already. That kind of sucks. And then he's doing stuff with it even burns even more because I didn't think Pollard was looking bad, but I thought just the
31 on
was
5 carries and 4
shit.
targets. So that's all right. That's 9 touches
He
already
is
for
a
Tajay.
target beast.
He's coming. He's coming.
I think some players that we left out, Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Who gets the touches, but he's been absolutely trash.
Zach Charbonnet, Blake Corum, and then I left these players off because you were already giving me enough shit for David Montgomery.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
Rashad White and Jordan Mason would
Yeah.
be like the cream of the crop handcuff running backs from like the start of the season.
for sure.
Well, let us know who you think won the handcuff
I
draft.
mean, you got a fucking 2 starting running backs on your team. I don't know, man. I think you probably did.
Well, I think I did too.
I got sicko handcuffs. That's all I gotta say. I got real handcuffs.
And we can move on to the second draft where you'll be able to start this one off.
All right. I'm glad I'm starting with this one. We're going QB first. This guy's been nice. He's the MVP. It's Baker Mayfield. This guy's schedule in the playoffs is nicey. I believe it's Atlanta, Carolina, and Miami. Nothing you could add, nothing better you could ask for there. He tends to play Atlanta well. Carolina's not anything that's going to stop him, and Miami's Miami. Baker is going to ball out in the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah, I wrote that schedule down as something to highlight because, man, the Panthers and Dolphins week 16, 17,
Dude.
looking really nice.
Real nice.
Okay, cool. Well, since you did that, I'm going to block your stack. I am going to be drafting Emeka Egbuka. I'm right in lockstep with you. I think the Buccaneers at the end of the season will be nice. He should be fully healthy by then, too. He looks like the best weapon on this team, too. So I want a piece of that.
Love it.
And then I'm also gonna just kind of cheat too because I know you already drafted
Got
your
my
quarterback.
quarterback.
I'm not going quarterback yet.
It's all right. You would never take one of my guys, so I'm good.
I'm going to draft. It's tough with just this player because he's been very inconsistent. But man, oh man, does this schedule look
Don't do it.
juicy. I'm drafting Jamar Chase
Okay.
with my second flex spot.
I don't hate it though.
Because he is going to be playing even week 15, the Ravens, week 16, the Dolphins, week 17,
Oh, I know all about
the
this
Cardinals.
matchup. I know all about these matchups. Trust me.
Oh, are you going Chase Brown, my guy?
I'm going Chase Brown as a playoff schedule monster here. He's a guy who's gonna piss you off all year, and then he's gonna come in clutch in the playoffs. That's what I think's about to happen. Give me Chase Brown in one of my flex. That's what I want. And then I'm going with an LSU boy as well, Justin Jefferson. He plays Dallas, Giants, Detroit. It looks nice. There's no one stopping him there. It's easy sledding for Justin Jefferson.
I was really impressed by the Vikings schedule too. It was kind of more of a sneaky schedule when I was looking at it, but still a cakewalk. And for me, my quarterback, the teams I was really eyeing up were the Bucks. You already took Baker. The Packers, because they're playing the Bears and the Ravens. Mostly just, that Ravens game, man.
Dude,
Week 17. The Bengals and the Vikings. So just based off the schedules that were really popping out to me, I'm going to be drafting Jordan Love. And not a homer take at all either. But I mean, I didn't want to take any of the weapons because you don't really know who it's going to be besides Josh Jacobs. But you can always count on Love since
you can always count on the
distributor. So there are our final teams. I got Jordan Love, Emeka Ibuka, Jamar Chase, and you got Baker, Chase Brown, and Justin Jefferson.
Hell yeah, baby. I feel good. I feel good about that one.
Man, cuteness. I think
you
might have it.
I think I got this one. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go. And the last one, the scars.
Yes.
This was a tough one for me. I guess maybe I haven't had a lot of people who scarred me, or I just don't remember. But I've got some people. They're not going to be anyone you pick, I'd bet you.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident with the players that I have locked up already, because I don't think you experienced the same turmoil. This one's the most recent one, just top of mind. Caleb Johnson, he's burned me this year so far.
Yeah.
Got him in redraft and dynasty, basically on 80% of my teams too. Yeah. So it's been hurting rostering Caleb Johnson recently.
You know what? I'm glad that you went recency bias, because I also went recency bias, and it's going to be a surprise because he was on last slide. It's Chase Brown.
Let me just go back and copy
it from there. Good God. I mean, I was the biggest Chase Brown truther. Took him in the second round when you had to reach for him if I want him there. And I did. Really thought he was going to be that guy. Obviously, it doesn't help that Mr. Joe Burrow went down and the offense then in general just went on a downward spiral. But for what I drafted him for what I thought he was going to be, he's absolutely crushed me this year, and I am very sad about it. So maybe, hopefully I make it to the playoffs, and then he can redeem himself. And then my other one, I'll do a dynasty asset here. I'm going to go with Mr. Treylon Burks. I'm just kind of a Titans believer, I think, for the most part, and Treylon Burks is no different. I traded Aaron Jones, I think 2 years ago at this point, for Treylon Burks. I don't know if Treylon Burks literally scored a single point for me ever, and I dropped him not long after that. So that was a huge, massive, disgusting, large miss on my end there. That one hurt. And I will never trust anyone like I did Treylon Burks, and it's just unfortunate.
So that's a good one. That's a huge burn. I mean, at least you didn't draft him with the 101 or something like that. At least he got
I traded
better value.
Yeah, I mean, better is crazy, but not the first round pick.
Yeah, mine is going to be a surprise. This is more of a redraft pick, but it's an elite player, and I don't think anyone would ever normally peg him as a scar, but I'm picking him just because of some reasoning that I will have. I'm going with Lamar Jackson. It was 2 years ago, I believe, that I had him in the Zay Flowers stack. I rarely ever go RB or quarterback early, and it's more of like that kind of take where I find myself when I draft a running or quarterback early, I just get like locked into this place and I can't stream the position properly. Mm-hmm. My depth is bad. Like the rest of my team just sucks, and I hate how my team works out, and I just struggle more playing the game of fantasy football when I have a onesie in a quarterback. So I'm going with Lamar Jackson. I drafted him just thinking he was going to be the best quarterback. He wasn't the best quarterback that year, I don't think. So yeah, just kind of stinks in. I definitely just want to stick to my guns of streaming quarterbacks down the line. Like, look at Dak Prescott this year, Baker Mayfield this year, Sam Darnold there's just so many quarterbacks that you can just get at the end of your drafts or in the waiver wire that are completely fine. So yeah. And then, my other one is another beast, but I traded him away just a little early in Dynasty. It is Trey McBride.
Yeah, there he is.
I drafted him in the second round when he was a rookie, held on to him for a year, maybe a year or two, maybe, I don't know. Well, he broke out at the end of year 2, I think. I don't know when it was exactly, but basically I held him, traded him for him and a first for Darren Waller and a first. I wanted someone else's early round pick. It just did not work out. Now he's one of the best or the best tight ends in Dynasty.
Maybe Warren, but
So it
that
hurts
hurts.
to think about that trade. So
That hurts too.
that's my scar.
My last scar, I was struggling for a last one, and then I thought of something. It's an odd scar. He didn't do anything poor for me in fantasy. He actually doesn't even play football anymore. He's retired. I'm going deep. Mr. Tom Brady. He fooled me. He bamboozled me. I had him in Dynasty those years. He was great for me. He led me to 3 championships, or maybe 2. I don't remember. And then he says he's retiring. And then, you know what? I say, okay, he's retiring. I waited 2 months. I waited months to drop him because I'm like, you never know. He could come back. I waited months. I drop him. 2 weeks later, he says he's coming back. And I have no fab left. So I'm dead. And then this sent me into a QB spiral. And that's when I started selling picks for Kirk Cousins, for fucking Derek Carr, for Gardner Minshew, for all these guys. It really just hurt, the fact that I waited so long to drop him. And then literally 2 weeks later, he's like, oh, by the way, I'm actually going to play again.
I'm back.
That one was just, he did great for me. I have nothing against what he did for my team, but he really pissed me off right there. So that's always going to leave a scar.
That's a good one. And there are our scar teams. Leave a comment down below who you think won that one.
Oh, yeah.
So that wraps up our 3 drafts. If you have any ideas for future drafts that you'd like to see us kind of pick our brains about, feel free to comment that below. I'm getting a crazy cramp in my leg right now.
He's cramping. This video is over. Thanks for watching. Peace.
See ya.